Hey friends, and welcome to this new video. Finally, the official countdown for Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 is about to end, only a few hours left. After months of theories, trailers analyzed frame by frame, and clues scattered everywhere, today is the big day. Today the new chapter will finally be released. We've waited a long time for this moment. We've seen official images, small teasers, constant updates, and now we're here, ready to go back inside the factory with a new adventure. Today we're starting a brand new series on the channel, and I'll tell you this right now. This chapter promises to be huge. There will be secrets to uncover, hidden details, connections with previous chapters, and most likely new revelations about the story that will leave us with even more questions. Over the next few days, get ready, because I'll be bringing deep analysis videos, content focused on mysteries, characters, Easter eggs, and everything we managed to find. I don't want to miss anything. Every room, every message, every symbol could have a meaning. But today we're starting with the basics. In this video we'll go through everything there is to know about Chapter 5 before jumping into the adventure. What we officially know, what we can expect, and the most interesting theories circulating in the community. Mob Entertainment have defined this chapter as the best in the series. That's a big statement. It means expectations are extremely high and the hype is through the roof. The community has been waiting for this moment for weeks, and now we're only hours away from launch. The question is, will it really manage to surpass the previous chapters? If you're ready to experience this new adventure together with me, make sure to leave a like on the video, because it really helps support the series. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications. Over the next few days, there will be a lot of Chapter 5 content, and you won't want to miss any of it. Now get ready. A new chapter of Poppy Playtime is about to begin. Finally, after years of mystery and theories, the prototype will be fully revealed in Chapter 5. Yes, him. The main antagonist of the entire series, the character who has remained in the shadows since the very beginning and who, chapter after chapter, has made his presence felt more and more without ever truly showing himself. The prototype was first mentioned in Chapter 1. We discover him in the last VHS tape we find at the end of the game. In that moment we don't see his face, we don't see his full body, but we are shown his hand. Even back then it was clear that behind everything happening inside the factory, there was something much bigger. Then comes the ending of Chapter 2, and that's when his presence becomes even more concrete. We see his hand dragging away a part of Mommy Longleg's body. It's not just a visual detail, it's a clear message. The prototype isn't just an experiment mentioned on a tape. He is active, he moves, he intervenes. In Chapter 3 the situation becomes even clearer. After the confrontation with Catnap, the prototype takes the entire body of the character with him. No longer just a fragment, no longer just a hint. Here we understand that he is collecting something, he is building something, and most importantly, he is watching everything we do. In Chapter 4, we still don't see his face, but we see the shadow of his legs. Once again, presence without a full reveal. He is always there, always close, but never completely visible. And then we reach the Chapter 5 trailer. Finally we see one of his eyes. We see his legs again, more clearly this time. This is the moment when the tension truly rises, because we understand that the final reveal is very close. And now we are here. In Chapter 5 we will finally see his true face. No more hands, no more shadows, no more fragments. We will see this character in action. We will understand who he really is. We will understand what he wants, and we will probably discover his true role in the entire story of the factory. But there is one important thing to remember. The prototype will not just be a narrative presence, he will be our antagonist. That means we will have to be very careful. If in the previous chapters we faced dangerous mascots, this time we will stand in front of the mind behind everything. We will have to stay away from him, observe his movements, understand his patterns. Because if there is one thing this series has taught us, it is that underestimating an enemy inside this factory is always a mistake. Chapter 5 will not just be a new chapter, it will be the moment when the biggest mystery of the saga is finally placed right in front of our eyes. And from that moment on, nothing will ever be the same again. Now let's talk about what Chapter 5 could actually be like from a gameplay perspective. Mob Entertainment have repeated several times that this will be the best chapter of the entire series. It means there has been serious work behind the scenes, both technically and in terms of gameplay. With Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, the series had already made a clear leap in graphical quality. The environments were more detailed, the lighting more refined, the animation smoother. You could really feel the evolution compared to the earlier chapters. so it's natural to expect that Chapter 5 will push everything to an even higher level. And honestly, just by looking at the final trailer, you can already see it. The details are noticeably improved. The surfaces, the shadows, the lighting effects, everything feels more polished. Anyway, the graphics are not the only main element. A chapter can look amazing, but if the gameplay doesn't deliver, the experience loses impact. And this is where I think Mob Entertainment really wanted to take another step forward. We should expect gameplay design to make the experience even more engaging, maybe more complex puzzles, new mechanics, situations where we'll have to make quick decisions. In the previous chapters, we already saw more variety, intense chase sequences, stealth sections, moments where the tension never dropped. It's very likely that Chapter 5 will push all of that even further. I've noticed something very clear. The further we go with each chapter, the more the difficulty increases. Chapter 4, compared to Chapter 3, required more attention, better memory of the environments, faster reactions, so I imagine that Chapter 5 will be even more challenging. It probably won't be a chapter you can approach casually. We'll need to observe carefully, think more strategically, and react faster than ever. But here's the important part. More difficult doesn't mean less fun. Actually, when difficulty is balanced properly, it makes everything more satisfying. Getting through a tough section, solving a hidden puzzle, escaping at the very last second gives you a completely different rush. If this truly is going to be the best chapter in the series, then we should prepare for a more intense experience in every way. Better graphics, more immersive environments, deeper mechanics, and a higher level of challenge. Now I want to talk about the character situation. I'm not going to focus on the new characters, but on one in particular. Let's talk about Huggy Wuggy. Huggy Wuggy was the main mascot of Chapter 1. It was the first real nightmare we faced inside the factory, and there's no point pretending otherwise. It is also the most iconic mascot of the entire saga. When you think about Poppy Playtime, the first image that comes to mind is that one. Its return in Chapter 5 is not just a random detail, it's like the series is closing a circle or maybe opening something even bigger. Seeing Huggy Wuggy return in this chapter reinforces the idea that the 5th episode will not be a transitional chapter. The previous chapters expanded the story, introduced new characters, new environments, new threats. But here everything seems to be converging, as if the pieces are finally starting to fit together. This chapter will be set inside the secret Playtime laboratory. That element alone is massive from a narrative perspective. It's the place where the most important experiments were probably created. It's the dark heart of everything, and right there we will meet the prototype. Right there Huggy Wuggy will return. Put these elements together: the secret laboratory, the prototype finally in action, the return of the most iconic mascot of the series. It's hard not to think that this chapter will carry a completely different weight compared to the others. From a story standpoint, all the foundations are already there to surpass what we have seen so far. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will see very soon in the next video. Bye bye.